Hello everyone, I am Pratap here. Today is the 16th April 2025. I'm sorry there is a delay in getting the data. So what I did is to save the time, actually the delay in getting indices data. Equity data is available. So to save the time, what I did, I generated the reports for the equity data and I took screenshots and I put it in the presentation. So that we can save our time while recording the video. The second thing is the most important point you should remember for bullish and bearish trade setups. If you find any indices related zones, please ignore them from the bullish and bearish trade setups. Nifty and Bank Nifty I will generate because I already got the fresh data. But while generating bullish and bearish trade setups, I used equity data, but the software also uses indices data, that is yesterday's data. So that's why the data may not be accurate. So ignore them. Please refer for the latest data, please refer Nifty and Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain reports. Okay, before I generate supply demand zone chain reports, first I will look into daily and 75-minute zones and bullish and bearish trade setups. Already I captured the data in the form of screenshots. If any of you are listening this video first time, please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. So at our NeoStock homepage, click on the community tab, you get access to this post. Some of you might be seeing the tab posts in place of community. So here you have a link, click the link, you get access to all the training lessons. Start our training from lesson 1.1. So you need to scroll down, starting from 1.1, you complete all the training lessons. And also I provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So join at our Telegram channel, because at the Telegram channel pinned messages, you can find all the training instructions. So learn this course according to my training instructions. Okay, now let's proceed with the reports. The first report is finding the stocks near daily demand zones. So this is the report. Any high liquidity demand zones here? No, we don't have any daily high liquidity demand zones from this list. Next, stocks near daily supply zone. We got 27 stocks we got. So let us look into high liquidity supply zones. Bajaj Finserv is having a high liquidity supply zone. Bank India is a PRZ zone, ignore it, not valid. BEL is having a high liquidity, but it is a low priority high liquidity zone. So you can't get 80% success. You can use them low priority, but you can't get 80% success. That's why we are ignoring them. I thought this is a TCP. It's actually TCO. Okay, so far we got only one, Bajaj Finserv. Next one is CG Power. And third one, Dabur. Next, fourth one, LTF. Fifth one, PFC, Power Finance Corporation. Sixth, Supreme Industries. Seventh, Tata Power. So total we got 27 stocks near to the daily supply zone. Okay, next, stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. We got one high liquidity zone, Ramco Cements. Next, stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. Bank of India. This is also having demand zone. Sometimes we may get trade opportunity either side. But anyway, stock is near to the 75 minute supply zone. That's it. We got only one 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. So this is about high liquidity zones. Next we will look into bullish and bearish trade setups, starting with the MIT bullish demand zones, bullish trade setup. So these are the stocks filtered. Entry time frame is daily. So total 15 bullish trade setup supported stocks are filtered. Always look into the entry time frame zones. Whichever the zone you are selecting, that is your entry time frame zone. And this is the entry time frame. This is the one. This is the monthly income trade bullish trade setup, entry time frame, daily demand zone. So you should always look into the demand zones. So all 15 are supporting bullish trade setup, daily income trade. We can further filter based on this zone confluence to get high probability supported zones. First filter is daily and weekly demand zone confluence. With this filter, we got 10 stocks. Daily demand zones are overlapped with weekly demand zones. Demand zone confluence. We can further filter based on EMA confluence. That is a weekly, because daily is overlapped with weekly, so we are checking weekly demand zone having weekly EMA. The filtered stocks, the daily demand zones are having even more high probability to get success because they are overlapped with weekly zone and also that weekly zone having weekly EMA confluence. Now we got 6 stocks. So these 6 daily demand zones are having more high probability to get success. Okay, next we will filter based on LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. That is daily, weekly, monthly demand zone confluence. So with this filter, we got 3 stocks. In these 3, all 3 are overlapped. Daily, weekly, monthly. Here, monthly, weekly, monthly, daily, weekly, daily. All 3 are overlapped with each other. Okay, out of these 3, first 2 are having uptrend. Let us check if any of these 2 uptrend stocks are having monthly EMA confluence. So that is what we are checking, monthly demand zone with monthly EMA. So both the stocks having uptrend are filtered. Because we added the filter, monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence. Okay, this is bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. We got 6 stocks. Bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame zones are daily supply zones. Here we have selected daily supply zone. Okay, we can further filter based on this zone confluence. That is daily and weekly supply zone confluence. We got all the 6 stocks. Okay, we can further filter based on EMA confluence because daily is overlapped with weekly. So let us check weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence. Out of 6, we got 5 stocks. So these 5 weekly supply zones might be having more high probability to get success. Okay, now let us look into LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. That is daily, weekly and monthly supply zone confluence. So with this filter, we got 4 stocks. All 4 are overlapped with each other. That is daily, weekly and monthly. Monthly, weekly and daily. And if you want further, you filter with EMA Confluence, all sideways trend. When you filter, you won't get any stocks, because trend, sideways trend, EMA Confluence we don't use. So that's why we don't get any stocks. So this is bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next we will look into weekly income trade. Bullish trade setup. We got 9 stocks. Entry time frame is 75 minutes demand zone. So you should look into the demand zone. 75, all these are all 75 minutes demand zone. Out of these 9 75 minutes demand zone, we can further look for high probability trade setup supported stocks based on this zone confluence. First LTF, ITF demand zone confluence, that is 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. We got 5 stocks. So that is what daily and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. Okay. Daily trend is up. Let us look for EMA confluence. Daily demand zone with daily EMA. Then the overlapped 75 minutes demand zone might be having more high probability to get success. So now I'm checking daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. 4 stocks we got. So these 4 stocks, these 75 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success. Okay, next let us look into LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence. That is 75 minutes daily and weekly demand zone confluence. With this filter, we did not get any stocks. So EMA confluence also we won't get any stocks. Okay, next WIT bearish trade setup. We got 10 stocks. Out of these 10, all the 10 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 75 minute supply zones. Here we have selected 75 minute supply zone. Okay, we can further filter based on this zone confluence. First filter LTF, ITF, supply zone confluence. That is 75 and daily supply zone confluence. With this filter, we got all 10 stocks. See, after adding supply zone confluence, all are filtered. Okay, we can further filter because 75 supply zone overlapped with daily supply zone. Let us further filter based on the daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So that the overlapped 75 minute supply zone order flows will be much stronger to get the success. So we got 4 stocks. So these 4 stocks, these 75 minute supply zones might be having even more high probability to get success. Okay, next we will look into LTF, ITF and HTF supply zone confluence supported stocks. That is 75 minutes daily and weekly supply zone confluence. With this filter, we got 4 stocks. So 75 minutes, these 75 minute supply zones overlapped with daily supply zone, both together overlapped with weekly supply zone. Weekly trend is down in 3 stocks. So let us apply in the downtrend stocks how many weekly supply zones are having weekly EMA confluence. Then those stocks 75 minute supply zones are much stronger and they have high probability to get success. So let's verify. Weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence, we got 2 stocks. So having a weekly trend down. So these 2 supply zones might be having more high probability to get success. So this is already tested. Probably today or maybe previous days it might have tested and prices are moving towards the supply zone. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, we will look into daily income trade bullish trade setup. We got 11 stocks. Out of these 11, how many are having more high probability to get success? That we will filter based on this zone confluence. First filter 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. With this filter, we got 10 stocks, all 10. Because earlier we got 11. From 11, we got 10 stocks. Okay, out of these 10, let us verify, because 15 minutes supply zone, demand zone, 15 minutes demand zone, overlapped with 75 minutes demand zone. Let's check if 75 minutes demand zone having daily EMA. Those stocks might be having more high probability to get success. 75 minute zone with daily EMA confluence. We got 3 stocks. So these 3 stocks might be having more high probability to get success. Okay, next we will look into LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes, 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. So with these filters, we got 3 stocks. All the 3 15 minutes demand zones are overlapped with 75, both together again overlapped with daily. But daily trend is sideways. EMA confluence, you won't get any stocks because sideways stocks will be filtered. So we did not get any stocks. Okay, next bearish trade setup for daily income trade. We got 8 stocks. And entry time frame zones are 15 minute supply zones. All these are all 15 minute supply zones. Out of these 8 15 minute supply zones, the high probability trade setup supported stocks, let us filter based on the zone confluence. So first filter 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. With this filter, we got all the 8 stocks. Okay, now further we will filter based on the EMA confluence. That is 75 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence. We got 1 stock. This 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Okay, next we will look into LTF, ITF and HTF supply zone confluence supported stocks. 15 minutes, 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. We got 3 stocks. And ignore these indices because we are using old data for indices. Focus only on equity stocks. Okay, we can further filter the downtrend stocks with EMA, daily EMA. That is daily supply zone with daily EMA. We don't have any stocks. So this is about a bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Next we will look into HIT stocks, hourly income trade bullish trade setup. We got multiple stocks, first 15 stocks in the list and remaining stocks. So total 24 stocks are filtered. Okay, let us filter this based on the zone confluence. 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. Now also we got more stocks. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. So total 18 stocks are filtered. 5 minute zones and 15 minutes demand zones are overlapped. Let us verify any 15 minutes demand zone is having daily EMA confluence from this list. So 2 stocks we got. probably these 5 to 5 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success compared to the other stocks. Next, we will look into LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence supported stocks. That is 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. We got 6 stocks. So in all the 6 stocks, 5 minute zone overlapped with 15 minutes, both together overlapped with 75 minutes demand zone. And 75 minutes trend is up in 4 stocks. In these 4 stocks, let us verify if any 75 minutes demand zones are having daily EMA confluence. No stocks are filtered. See, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter we added, so we did not get any stocks. Okay, next we will look into LTF, ITF, HTF, next we will look into bearish trade setup supported stocks. We got 2 stocks. And entry time frame zones are 5 minute supply zones. Let's verify out of these 2 5 minute supply zones, how many are having ITF supply zone confluence. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. Both the stocks are filtered. Both are having the 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. Now let us check out of these 2, any 15 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. Actually, we should look into only first one. Second one is sideways. EMA confluence does not work in sideways trade. So none of the stocks, the stock is not having EMA confluence. Next we will look into LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. That is 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. Again, both the stocks are filtered. That means both these 5 minute supply zones are fine tuned supply zones inside 75 minute supply zone. Let's verify daily 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence, especially for the first one. So it's not filtered. So this is about bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Okay, next we will generate NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Now it is using the latest data. So I am generating monthly NIFTY 50 monthly supply demand zone chain. So always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column to find the pierced zones. Look into the LTF trend to find the trend of the current time frame you have selected. And always remember the timestamp, because one of the member asked, I got information from Money. See, this is not the today's timestamp. This is the latest candles open price. Any chart, go to TradingView or any software you go, place your mouse in the latest candle. It displays the candle open date. That date will be displayed here. The latest candle's open date is this month. That is 4th. So software always uses the latest data when we are generating. No need to worry. So that's why always remember whichever the time frame, the time frame's open price it will select. The most recent candles. The most recent candle is 1st August. This is an ongoing candle. The candle is not completed. It is an ongoing. Okay, next. Generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Weekly also same. The weekly timestamp will be displayed. The open. See, the current week going on is the 15th. 15th is this week open. The candle's open price. Okay. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain. See, daily it is showing today's timestamp. Okay, next, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain. Look into this timestamp. Actually, market is closed at 3:30, but it is showing 13:25. So today 13:25, because 13:25 is the candle open price. So that's why the date always displays candle open price. The latest candle open price. I mean open date. The open date. Okay, next, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. This is the nearest demand zone to the current closing price. Next, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain. Next, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain. Serial number 30 is the nearest demand zone to the current closing price. Let me adjust in the center. Okay. Next, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. All are supply zones. Scrolling the list down. And 44 is the nearest demand zone to the current closing price. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next, I will generate Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. That is nothing but Nifty Bank. I have to start with monthly time frame. Generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 5-minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So with this, I am closing today's reports because already delayed. So my goal is to want to upload as early as possible so that more people can access. Okay, hope this video report will be helpful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.